What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and it's Everton against Fleetwood Town Wednesday night, 7:45 kick-off. A game that, look, Everton go into as favourites, flying high in the Premier League, 2 wins, conceded 2 goals the weekend against a stubborn West Brom, but managed to break them down and score 3 in the second half. Well, yeah, 3 in the second half, which really helped push Everton along. Also, Dominic Calvert-Lewin getting a hat-trick, which was a real positive for Everton. First hat-trick in the blue shirt, and credit to Calvert-Lewin, did really well. And Everton go into this game full of confidence. Fleetwood, just looking at their scores, that they beat Port Vale in the second round, which has got them here. However, they went and lost to Peterborough the weekend. So, they're up and down in League One. They've got, I think they're in 10th place, mid-table. And Fleetwood, look, Joey Barton's Fleetwood. Who knows what to expect from them? Joey Barton always tends to give it a little bit of the ag against Everton, bearing in mind he's an Everton fan, which is just fucking weird. But Everton will be confident. I expect pretty much the same team to start that started against Salford. Obviously, Branthwaite will be out, but I'm expecting, Virginia in goal. Left back will be on Kudu or... in the centre, I'd probably go, do you know what, just to play him and to give him a bit of confidence, I'll start Mina over Keane. On the right or left-hand side of centre-back, I'll put in Gibson. I like to see where Gibson is. Gibson's a player that I rate really highly. I actually rate Gibson higher than I rate Branthwaite, so I like to see him. So he comes in to my centre-back pairing. On the right, we go John Joe Kenny. Midfield, again, similar, Sigurdsson. He won't be come on as a second half substitution against West Brom, so I'll probably bring Iwobi in to the midfield in some capacity. Again, I'd probably be tempted to play Allen, Gordon as well. It's difficult to pick my team. Moise Keane goes up front. Bernard, Iwobi, Sigurdsson, Gordon and Allen. That would probably be my preference. But look, there's lots of players that are, this will be rotated, so you're never going to get the team right. And Everton have just got to be aggressive. They go away to Fleetwood. Fleetwood will want to play football. They'll press from the front. They're an aggressive team. And Everton have got to be able to combat that. They've got to play through the channels, which against West Brom, they did. Against Spurs, they did really well. And Salford, credit to them, made it really difficult. But again, Everton found a way to break them down, and in the end could have won by several more goals. So, in terms of the game, I'm expecting an Everton win. I'm expecting it to be 2-1, maybe 2-0. It really does depend on how well Fleetwood get into the game, because, being away from home, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. But I'm still thinking Everton have clearly got enough quality, and equally we've got an enticing tie after. It's either Hull or West Ham at Goodison Park. Now on paper Everton should beat both those teams. So you think about it. You play Salford, you play Fleetwood, you play probably Hull because West Ham is shit, and then you're into the 5th round, which I think are the quarter-final. So all of a sudden Everton are looking like they can challenge in a cup, which is a real positive for Carlo Ancelotti and a real positive for a team that's absolutely flying. In terms of, who I want good games from, I want a good game from Iwobi. This is a team that he should be absolutely destroying. Moise Keane didn't look happy at all against Salford. Scores a penalty, doesn't smile, doesn't react, and it caused a bit of confusion on Twitter, because some people were saying he's not playing for the shirt. Some people were saying he's not happy to be here. For me personally, I think Moise Keane looked sad. I think he looked sad. I think he's homesick, and it would not surprise me if he left and he goes back home. It really wouldn't. I equally hope he doesn't, because I really rate the potential that Moise Keane has. But if you just don't fit, you just don't fit. And if this isn't working for him, I'd rather him not waste his time, and I'd rather him not waste Everton's time. And now is the perfect time to go out and address the issue. If he goes to Juve on loan, Everton have got to bring in a striker. If he goes there and signs permanently, they've got to give us a striker, or someone's got to come in. And I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely cool with that. Another game, Bernard. Bernard has to have a good game. He has to be getting on the ball, being creative, being constructive. And he did against Salford, and we need to see it again. against Fleetwood, which is a team that, you know, Bernard's played Champions League football. He scored against Manchester City. He should be more than good enough to dominate the wing against Fleetwood. Everton need to see more. We need to see more from the fringe players because, you know, Everton can say, look at our starting 11, you know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 4 goals, top goal scorer, Richarlison, absolutely battling, working his arse off constantly, delivering balls, tackling back, putting balls across the box, will score goals. There's absolutely no doubt about it. And then you've got the mid 3 of Gomez, of Allen, Decore and Rodriguez, who all will cause problems, all will be, you know, quick going forward, passing the ball, moving it nicely. Everton's team has completely changed apart from the back 5, and this is where we need them to be more stable. And, you know, the fringe players have got to be able to come in for the 6 front men and deliver in some capacity. You know, Andre Gomez is a little bit exempt from that, only because, you know, he was here last season. He did have a poor season. Irrespective of his injury, he had a bad season. You know, start before his injury and towards the tail end of his season, he was bad. He looks a different player with these guys. You know, he's getting forward, he's being more creative. That's a positive. So, you know, I save the 4 of those players, bar Allen, because I think physically he would be fine, to play, you know, to play together. I save them for the Premier League, and I'm absolutely cool with that. But I want to see more from Bernard, Iwobi, even if it is just to put them in the shop window and sell them. You know, we need to see them delivering and outscoring teams and beating men, because they don't do it enough. You know, they certainly don't do it in the Premier League because they've struggled all season. You know, Bernard scored a great goal last season, but you don't see enough of it. You know, it's inconsistent, and we need to see more. We just need to see more. Guys, the plan is also to do a watch along, obviously dependent on what happens with lockdown and everything like that. So bear with me, but the plan is to do one. And guys, look, I'm leaving it there. Short, quick, sharp preview. I'm expecting Everton to get through to the next round. I'm thinking 2-0. I know I said 2-1, but I am thinking 2-0. I'm thinking Moise Kean gets a goal and hopefully smiles, which would be ideal. And I'm also going for... I'm going to go with Iwobi. I'm going to go for an Iwobi goal as well. Guys, yeah, I'm leaving it there. Have a fantastic evening. I think there's some football tonight, isn't there? I think some Premier League games, which will be interesting. So, got some stuff to watch. So, guys, see you soon. Peace. Yeah.